Good morning students and welcome to the chapter Arithmetic Progression. In this video we are going to learn some simple questions which is based on your NCERT textbook. The first question goes like this. Write the first four terms of an AP when the first term, that is denoted by A, and the common difference D, that is denoted by D, is given. So in this question the first term, that is which is denoted by A, is given to there is -1. And the common difference of the AP is also given, that is 1 by 2. The question says that you have to find out the next four terms. That means you have to find out the second term, third term, fourth term and fifth term. Now since this is the first term, so A is given by -1. Now we know that the A2 is represented by the second term, so it can be found out by adding common difference with the first term. So second term can be obtained by adding a common difference D to the first term. So that is equal to the value of A is -1 plus the value of D is 1 by 2. That means since it is divided by 2, I will take the LCM. The LCM will be 2. This is multiplied by 2. So this becomes -1 into 2 plus 1. So this becomes -1 into 2 is -2 plus 1 by 2. That is equal to -2 plus 1 gives you -1 by 2. So your second term, that is denoted by A2, is 1 by 2. Now we are going to find out the third term. The third term is denoted by A3. It can be found out by adding a common difference to the second term. We already got the second term. The second term is 1 by 2. That is A2 plus D. So A2 is already -1 by 2 plus, and the common difference is 1 by 2. Now -1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 with the difference in the sign plus minus will give you 0. So the third term of an AP is 0. Similarly, we can find out the fourth term. The fourth term can be found out by adding common difference to the third term, that is denoted by A3. So therefore the fourth term will be equal to A3 is already obtained. 0 plus difference is 1 by 2. So 0 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So fourth term is equal to 1 by 2. You have to find out the next four terms, that means second term, third term, fourth term. One more term you have to find out. So next term is denoted by A5, can be found out by adding common difference to the fourth term. Fourth term is A denoted by A4. So this is equal to A4 is equal to 1 by 2 plus common difference is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 can be written as a common denominator is 2. Common denominator is 2. And 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 get cancelled, answer is equal to 1, or half plus half is equal to 1. So this is the fifth term. So we have solved the question, and our next four terms are A2, that is 1 by -1 by 2. Next term, that is third term, is 0. Next term, that is the fourth term, is 1 by 2. Next term, that is the fifth term, is again 1. So based on this, we can find out the first term, second term, third term and fourth term, or the fifth term of a given from the given value of A and common difference D. Now let us take the second question. The second question goes like this. For the following AP, so AP is given to you and you have to write down the first term and the common difference. This is a very simple question. You have to just write down what is the first term. The first term is denoted by letter A, and it is the very first term. You should be -5. Now to find out the common difference, you can we know that this is already in AP. We said in the question that this is already in AP, and therefore we can do the subtraction of second term and the first term, or you can go for the subtraction of third term and second term, or you can go for the subtraction of fourth term and third term. If you see the subtraction of continuous to continuous terms, any two continuous terms, the difference must be always the same. So I will take the second term and the first term. Second term is, that is A2 minus A1, that is equal to A2 is -1 minus, and A1 is -5. So minus of -5, this becomes -1 plus 5, that is equal to -1 plus 5 is equal to 4. So the common difference is 4. If you want, you can take the simplest one. The simplest one is 3 and 7. If you want, you can take the common difference from there also. Simply the next term minus the previous term. So 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. This is the fourth term. This is the third term. So fourth term minus third term. that is equal to 4. You should, when you are finding the common difference, it is always the next term minus the previous term. Don't do first term minus second term. It will give the answer in the negative form. So common difference is always obtained by subtracting the next term minus the previous term. So this was the second question, which was based on your NCERT textbook. Now I will take the third question. In the third question, which where you have to find out the common difference and the next three terms. The question goes like this: which of the following, already this is given, the AP is given to you. Which of the following AP, this is the AP given to you, if they form an AP, find the common difference and write the next three terms. Means you have to identify whether this is an AP first. Question is like this: you have to identify the given arrangement, whether it is an AP, and if it is an AP, then you have to write down the next three terms. So first of all, let us check whether this these numbers given are in the form of AP. To check whether the numbers are in AP, we have to find out only one thing. We have to find out the common difference between the two consecutive terms: second term and first term, third term and second term, fourth term and third term. If the common difference between the two consecutive terms, all the given two consecutive terms, is same, then definitely we can say that these numbers which are given in the form of irrational number here can form an AP. So I will do the first I will subtract the second term minus first term. This can be denoted by A2, this can be denoted by A1, this can be denoted by A3, this can be denoted by A4. If some other numbers are there, it can be denoted by A5, A6 and so on. So I will take the A2 minus A1, A2 minus A1, that is equal to, what is A2? It is under root of 8 minus under root of 2. Now this is an irrational number. You cannot subtract the irrational number because we know the root under root of A minus under root of B is not equal to under root of A minus B. Please don't do this type of calculations. A under root of A minus under root of B only can be subtracted if you are having the same number inside the root sign. But this can be written in the form of this under root of 8 can be written in the form of 4 into 2 minus root 2, that is equal to under root of 4 into root 2 becomes 2. Under root of 4 is 2 root 2 minus root 2. Now you are in the position to subtract because root 2 we can now go for subtracting 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2. It becomes 1 root 2 or simply root 2. So we can see the difference between the second term and the first term is root 2. Similarly, we will find out the difference between third term and second term. Third term is under root of 18 minus under root of 8 is equal to, now under root of 18 can be written in the form of 9 into 2. If you want, you can find out like this: 18, find out the prime factors, 2 times 9 times 3, 3 are 1. So 18 can be written as what? 2 into 3 into 3. That means under root of 18 is nothing but under root of 2 into 3 into 3. So it gives you 3 3s are 9. Under root of 9 is 3 root 2. Or you can write down 9 into 2 minus under root of 8 is already obtained in the previous case. So it is 2 root 2. So this is equal to under root of 9 is again 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. So here also you can see 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is equal to again 1 root 2 or simply root 2. So here also the common difference is root 2. So here the common difference is root 2, here the common difference is root 2. Still we cannot say that the given numbers are in AP because you have to check one more difference also. We will check the difference between fourth term and the third term. So fourth term is denoted by A4 minus A3. So A4 minus A3 goes like this: A4 is under root of 32 minus under root of 18. So here also you can calculate under root of 32 as 32 can be written as 2, 16, 2, 4, 2, 2s are. So we can write down here 2, 4, 2, 2. So 18 can, under root of 32 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this becomes under root of 16 into 2, that is equal to 4 root 2. So under root of 32 can be written as 4 root 2 minus under root of 8 is already obtained, that is 3 root 2. So minus 3 root 2, that is equal to root 2. So here also you can find out the difference between fourth term and third term is also root 2. So we can add on one statement here: since the common difference is same, that is under root of 2. So we can say that root 2, root 8, root 18 and root 32 are in AP. Now the question is again incomplete. After checking whether the given numbers are in AP, here it is in AP, you have to find out the next three terms. One thing I want to point out here, whenever you are finding the common difference, if the common difference between the first two terms, second and first term, third and second term is same, and if the common difference between fourth and third term is not same, then we cannot say that is in AP. And when the numbers are not in AP, there is no need to find out the next three terms. But here, since the numbers are in AP, therefore we have to find out the next three terms. Next three terms means here already four terms are given. So next term will be A5 term. So A5 will be A4 plus common difference B. So A4th term is under root of 32. Under root of 32 plus root 2 becomes, we know that under root of 32 is 4 root 2, we already obtained in the previous case, plus root 2, that is equal to 5 root 2. Now if you want, you can add on 5 root 2 as under root of 25 into 2, because if you take this root inside, you take the square of it, so it becomes 25 into 2, so it becomes under root of 50. So A5, that is the fifth term, is equal to under root of 50, or if you want, you can add on 5 root 2. Similarly, your sixth term will be equal to A6, that will be your previous one, that is A5 plus the common difference. So that is equal to A5 is equal to your under root of 50, instead of under root of 50, and 5 root 2, that is 5 root 2 plus root 2. So 5 root 2 plus root 2 becomes 6 root 2. So this is your sixth term. If you want in the another form, it will be, if you are taking root, if you are taking 6 inside root 2, becomes 36 into 2. So it becomes under root of 36 into 2 becomes 72. So A6 will be under root of 72. You have to find out one more term. The next term is denoted by A7. So A7 will be the sixth term, that is A6 plus again the common difference. Now A6, I will use the simplest form. I will not use under root of 72. I will use again 6 root 2. So it will be 6 root 2 plus again root 2. Now 6 root 2 plus again 1 root 2 gives you 7 root 2. And this is your seventh term. But if you want in another form, you can write down under root of 7 we have to take inside the square root side, so it becomes square, so it becomes 49 into 2, that is equal to 49 to the under root of 98. So A7th term is under root of 98. So the next term, that is a fifth term, fifth term, that is where is the fifth term? Fifth term is fifth term is under root of 50. Sixth term is under root of 72, and the seventh term is under root of 98. These are the three simple questions that can be asked in the exam, which can be asked for 1 or 2 marks. So especially we will discuss. I will be telling once again about this question where you have to identify the whether the given numbers are in AP. And I want to conclude by saying that whenever you have to check that the numbers are in AP, you have to always check the common difference between all the numbers given in the question. Don't check only on the first two and next two and decide whether it is in AP. You should always check the common difference between all the numbers given in the question. That's all, and have a nice day. The remaining videos will be taken in the new course of that. Thank you.